You see, Elias, he is about to rehearse his first sermon. He has recently been called from the cornfields by God, called to go immediately and preach and not to dally in any theological school. God summoned him on Monday. This is Wednesday. He is going to preach at the meeting house on Sunday. I just read an excerpt from the stage play The Potmaker, published in 1927 by Marita Bonner. I absolutely adore stage plays. I love them. But then I also love theater because I'm also a playwright. So I read stage plays specifically from the 20th century. But I'll tell you more about that another time. While I was reading this particular stage play, though, I came across this excerpt. My mind went on a tangent, and I started thinking about the era we live in right now. This is an era where experts can pop up overnight, and they're almost always content creators, people with very questionable credentials, if they have any at all. What these people are very masterful at doing is taking a look at their analytics of their social media accounts, and they know how to sit in front of cameras and work podcasting equipment, masterfully edit videos and audio content, and cherry pick through pieces of information, sources that they may have found but probably didn't vet very well, and present videos, podcast episodes, sometimes under 2 minutes, sometimes for a couple of hours, depending on the platform. The topics that they take on are very deep, a lot of times. But they present these things, and people are receiving this information and feeling like they have all they need to know about a particular topic that was presented. I find that fascinating. Once upon a time, scholarship mattered, and I'm beginning to wonder whether it still matters because it definitely feels like it doesn't. It is so easy for people to pop up on these social media accounts and on YouTube, and it's just interesting to see that they have the ability to present themselves as credible sources, and folks fall for it. They're talking about things that matter the most to us, things that we have to work very hard at being as accurate as possible, historical topics and social issues, you name it. But scholarship still matters. It still matters that the sources are vetted. It still matters that the research is done. It still matters that the writing is done. It still matters that inquiries are being made and they're still happening. It matters that people jump on planes and go to places in order to put together a piece of information that belongs within this particular topic, within this particular field of study. You wouldn't know it though, by the way that social media moves. You wouldn't know that this matters. We are a society that put together entire opinions based on hot takes and headlines. You know, if I could get paid $1 for every single time I have been in a conversation or some sort of raging debate with a friend or a stranger on social media, and I ask them for a source and they send me a damn video from somebody's TikTok or Instagram account, oh my God, I would be an oligarch. See what I did there? We are seeing what misinformation can do to us. And yet, like Elias, there are people who are still showing up and saying, I am here and this is what I'm going to do. And that's persuade you. That's help you craft a perspective that might not be as well rounded as it should be. They're just going to do it. So, as individuals, we owe it to ourselves now more than ever to be lifelong learners. To be the people who's going to take the time to search it out, to read the sources, first gather the sources, then validate the sources. That's what vetting means. And then sorting through it from the beginning to the end so that we can have what we need. And that's to be informed for real. to have very well-rounded perspectives so that we can know how to strategize, so that we can make decisions, all of that beautiful stuff. If you don't mind, I want to read that one more time. When you see Elias, he is about to rehearse his first sermon. He has recently been called from the cornfields by God, called to go immediately and preach and not to dally in any theological school. God summoned him on Monday. This is Wednesday. He is going to preach at the meeting house on Sunday. Just like that. I'm about to dig back into this stage play if you don't mind, but these are my thoughts on a Sunday evening. Saturday evening, child, what day is it? Everything's running together on a Saturday evening. If you have gotten this far, thank you so much for listening. This is Chandra with the Literary Lightworker, and until next time, be blessed. And I'll get back with y'all real soon, I promise. Peace.